In this video, I'm going to demystify a very common metabolic disease, PCOS, or Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. This is part 2 of my 3-part series where I will be breaking down exactly how to exercise to reverse PCOS. If you haven't already, go watch part 1 where I break down the exact diet to reverse PCOS in 3 levels of easy, medium, and hard. If you feel like you've got the diet part down, no problem. I made these videos so you don't need to watch all 3 in order to get the action items you need from each lifestyle change. I wanted to make this video because PCOS is one of the most common diagnoses among my clients, and it's very common in the world today. When you have a diagnosis, you're going to be more or less in a state of fear, and because I literally learn about metabolic disease for fun and I reversed my own metabolic syndrome, it's very easy and enjoyable for me to break this down for you guys. First, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit the bell for more health and educational content. I'm going to start this video with a personal story, and don't worry, I will be tying it back to exercise. When I was 16, I had very low self-esteem and anxious thoughts. And so I started running because it helped me work off a lot of anxious energy. I was also a vegetarian from age 17 to 21 because I wanted to be different, and I watched some propaganda video on how meat causes cancer or something, don't we all? I had some joint pain on and off, but overall, I wasn't really struggling until a few years later. What's pretty funny is I had never actually set foot in a gym before my interview to be a personal trainer. I was just psyched at the idea of having a job where I get to wear spandex and help people. I did go on to develop pretty severe autoimmune symptoms starting when I was 21. So the first symptom was joint pain, then bloating, then chronic fatigue, and at my very worst rock bottom moment, I was unable to walk or function normally as a human unless I was taking some sort of pain medication. And I was completely convinced that Google was correct and that I had rheumatoid arthritis or cancer or something. So I followed the advice that mainstream society gives, and I relied on the medical system. I ended up taking multiple bouts of antibiotics, and I was taking the Depo-Vera birth control shot every 3 months for about 2 years. The moment where everything shifted for me was when I hit absolute rock bottom and went to the emergency room. I was sitting in the nurse's office after waiting for an obnoxiously long time, and from the nurse's office I could see the waiting room where all the families with small kids were waiting, and I was like, this is stupid, I'm 22, I should not feel like I'm 90. And after that I saw 5 different doctors who were all equally confused, and it was this domino effect of gradually awakening to the fact that the medical system is not designed to heal people. So fast forward to now, I was able to completely reverse all my symptoms and have been pain-free and symptom-free for a few years. Now, you may be wondering what this has to do with PCOS. Let me explain. PCOS is a metabolic disease that is downstream from gut dysfunction. All the symptoms I had are also correlated with PCOS because my symptoms also were downstream of gut dysfunction. All metabolic syndromes kind of fall under the same umbrella in terms of the root cause, which is the gut. So PCOS, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, fatty liver, even anxiety and depression, these are all indications of an unhealthy gut. So now the question is, what does exercise have to do with reversing symptoms of metabolic syndrome and healing the gut? At 19, I hired my first personal trainer and began learning about the value of resistance training. After, I would say, almost a decade and thousands of hours of coaching experience, I can say with confidence that gaining muscle would solve the majority of metabolic issues people have. What needs to be understood about muscle is it is an endocrine organ and a super producer of chemicals that enhance mood, immune system, and overall life experience. By focusing exclusively on building lean muscle, you will build up the type of gut bacteria you need to ward off metabolic diseases and improve your physical and emotional health. As Dr. Gabrielle Lyon says, we are not overweight, we are under-muscled. So now let's get into exactly what you need to do to gain lean muscle. If I could go back to my 17-year-old cardio-obsessed vegetarian self, I would give her this advice. Eat animal protein, lift weights, and listen to your body. So I'm going to break down the action plan into beginner, intermediate, and advanced. The beginner strategy is to ease yourself into movement. Your body will not respond well to too much exercise if you haven't been exercising. Kind of like how a 5-year-old would not respond well to being put on a blue run before doing the bunny hill for a while. If you're watching this video and you are completely new to exercise, first of all, I love you. Second, let's do this together, starting with walking. The best way to track this is with any fitness watch or even just your phone, and take whatever your step count is right now and add 1,000 steps week by week. For example, if your average daily step count is 3,000, aim for 3,000 a day this week, 4,000 a day next week, and 5,000 per day until you reach 10,000, and maintain that average as a promise to yourself. After you feel the increase in self-confidence and energy from keeping that promise to yourself, you can begin doing very basic at-home exercises. I will link my free ebook in the description below with videos to the exact at-home exercises I give my clients, and I will also do a quick breakdown of easy daily movements to make a routine out of. Push-ups on a countertop, getting up and down off the floor from a kneeling position, planks, front and side, glute bridges, dead bugs, and honestly, anything that makes you feel your muscles and gets you kind of out of breath is freaking fantastic. The goal here is to ease into it and be nice to yourself. The intermediate strategy is to get a gym membership and start lifting weights. This will be out of your comfort zone, and it's honestly hilarious to me that we need an entire building dedicated to lifting weights, because 100 years ago, lifting heavy things was everyone's lifestyle. But anyways, you're going to get a gym membership. Ask one of the nice, friendly staff for a free machine orientation, or honestly, just go look at all my exercise videos where I walk you through the entire thing from start to finish. Promise yourself that you're going to go at least twice a week, even if you just sit in the parking lot and hyperventilate for 20 minutes and then force yourself to go sit in the steam room for 10 minutes and then leave. Eventually, you're going to get the swing of things. It doesn't need to happen all at once. Just enjoy the process of getting to know yourself. Like, if you start doing a new habit and you actually follow through, you just discovered an aspect of your own personality, which is way more exciting than how you think you're going to feel by losing 20 pounds. But that's just my opinion. Once you've been consistent with the gym, at least twice a week for 3 months, and you are consistent with maintaining 10,000 steps per day, you are ready for the next level, advanced. Very exciting. At the advanced level, you have began to enjoy the way exercise makes you feel. That's because your body is built for it. You have liberated your energy and you're ready to move towards a lifestyle change. In the advanced level, I would encourage you to find a local group that meets at least once a week for some form of exercise. It could be running, it could be spin class, it could be a swim class, anything that interests you or makes you feel excited. Community is how you will begin to shift into a lifestyle change. Humans are natural connectors, so if you link a close-knit community to a habit or lifestyle you want to continue, you will make that habit part of your identity and create a long-term habit. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the bell. Also, let me know in the comments if this helps and if there are any topics mentioned today that would be fun to expand on more. Until then, remember that you have the power to change any aspect of your life, especially your health.